And I've got to tell you guys, that is one festival to get along. They come from, actually I know already that we've got some coming down from Mackay, out there at Oakey Way. I think we've got someone coming up from New South Wales, one lady coming from Sydney. Great festival, just get along. It's a one day. That's the best thing about that one. You get there in the morning, you do have to start very early though.
Yeah.
Start very early. And it's the junior talent that's coming up through the ranks, and it's the best talent in, not only just in Queensland, but I reckon in all of Australia.
Do you know that talent quests and all of these sort of things are so important for emerging new artists? And I'll tell you what, sometimes you've just got to get up on stage, because our next guest is evident of that, and we're going to be speaking to Glenn and Kaylee from Kaylens Rain, and they join us now. Hey guys, how you going?
Good to be with you.
Now, Kaylee, you didn't want to get up on stage, first of all.
Yeah, that's right. I was a bit scared as a teenager. I was a bit shy, and I always used to just watch Glenn up on stage, and I never really had the guts to get up there until I saw him in a talent class in Tamworth one year, and he kind of inspired me and got up on stage with me, gave me some moral support, and yeah, that's kind of what happened for me, and it's gotten easier from there.
Well, is that a fair indication, Glenn? Has it got easier?
Oh, look, I mean, I've always found it quite easy. You know, I love doing what you know. I love getting up in front of people and just playing. So it's, you know, it has got a lot easier, and it's definitely fun having, you know, a sibling there to sort of bounce off one another, you know, and kind of, you know, have a lot of fun on stage. It really calms you down as well. It really helps.
So let's take it all the way back to the beginning. When did it start for you, Glenn?
Well, I guess you could say it all started in Year 8 music class. Quite a few years ago now, and that was my first introduction to music, and my music teacher at the time really encouraged us to get up in front of the whole school. So I did that, and I put the band together and I performed a song, and it was an instant success. I just got so much joy out of it. And based on that year, Mum and Dad said, "Hey, let's go to Tamworth and enter you in a couple of the talent quests up there."
And the name of the music teacher?
I think his name was Mr. Tweddle.
Mr. Tweddle. There you go. See, when you're rich and famous out there, you can go, "Thanks, Mr. Tweddle."
That's right. He's English, so yes. If you're out there, Mr. Tweddle, thank you.
So launched on about 4 or 5 years ago now was the first real kick-off for you guys.
Yes, it was, and I mean we had entered in a couple of talent quests up in Tamworth. We never really kind of got anywhere. Like we never actually won anything. We never won anything, no. But that didn't really deter us, I guess. There, but one year, one of the judges offered us a recording prize, which we gladly took on, and he introduced us to a couple of people that were in the industry and a couple of songwriters, and that's kind of how it all started from us.
And do you know, you're there saying, "Oh, you know, we never won the talent quest," and things like. Well, you know what? Troy Casadale didn't win Star Maker.
No.
So, and he just went on, he thought, "Oh, well, I don't need that one. I'm just going to keep aiming and keep going." And so you don't have to be out there winning the competitions and the festival. That's right. It's getting the experience, and then it depends on you, your person. So, I mean, I know a trophy and the big events and things like that do give you a big leadway, but if you don't have the passion and the power to push yourself forward, you're really not going to go with or without a trophy anyway.
So,
exactly right.
I think a lot of it is just persistence. Just keep on doing what you're doing and don't get discouraged by, you know, if you don't come first in anything.
And as you say, everyone is that little bit of extra experience that you're going to have to get up in front of an audience and perform.
So you mentioned Mum and Dad piled in the car and headed off to Tamworth. What sort of music as a family and individually were you listening to at the time?
Well, for me, I have a very broad range of music interests. At the time, our dad always used to listen to the American country music. We were kind of brought up on Tim McGraw and the Eagles and artists like that. I always listened to the Dixie Chicks, but at the same time, you know, I love the pop side of things and Coldplay and Justin Timberlake and artists like that. I think Glenn has a different interest as well with his music. more into the
heavy metal or something.
Yeah,
No,
not
heavy metal. No. I'm more your traditional country sort of fan, definitely.
And I'll tell you what, it's making a big comeback. We were talking about only today. I said, I know I harp on it, but the country music industry is sort of trying to turn itself around a little bit. We've had a lot of the really high-end pop country come out lately, and we've got Adam Harvey and Troy Castelli bringing out an album with 21 all traditional songs everyone will know. The younger kids are starting to sing and bring back more of that traditional stuff. So good on you, Glenn.
Yeah, I mean, every country song has its place, and it's such a great genre that it is so diverse, from the traditional to the pop side, and that's great, and we're just so happy we can fit somewhere in the middle of that. And at the end of the day, being the artists that we are, and we love the country, and we just want to put our signature on a particular style of country music, and hope that the fans embrace that.
Now, your debut single was way back in 2011 with Is That All There Is? Well, obviously that's not all that there is, because there's been a lot more since then. And we've gone from that right up to the new release, Waiting on a Bus. Was this a song written by the two of you together, or who had the biggest influence on this song?
Yeah, this was actually the very first song that we ever wrote. We would have been 17, 18 at the time, so a few years ago now, so it's good to finally be able to release this one. We wrote this one with a guy called Mike Carr, who's a great country writer.
Yeah, I think we may have heard of his name here and there.
Songs out there, I think, yeah.
One or two.
Yeah, and this one, we kind of went up to his house and written a song before. We weren't really sure what we were doing, so we were like, oh, okay, so
this is how this works.
This is how it works, and we kind of just came up with the analogy of waiting on a bus, and at the time I was kind of just broke up with my boyfriend. My first boyfriend, was feeling a bit heartbroken, and that's kind of how the song was inspired.
There's some great country songs written about breaking up with boyfriends and girlfriends. Don't worry about that.
Definitely.
Now, before CMC Rocks the Hunter this year, I know you guys played there. That must have been pretty exciting for you.
Yeah, it was. It's a big gig for us. I mean, we're just used to playing, the smaller venues and with a smaller audience. But to get a gig like that you can just go all out, and massive sound and thousands of people there, it definitely lifts you, definitely.
And I'm pretty sure that a very good mate of ours was supporting you, Michael Cole.
Oh yes, Michael. Yes, we love Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm going to dob him in right now, because he wasn't all. He said, "Oh yeah, I'm playing with this band, Kaylens Rain," but don't worry about that. We're on stage right next to Zach Brown Band. So the Zach Brown Band sort of overtook you a little bit there, guys. Sorry about that, but that's what Michael told us.
Yeah, no, we love him. It's just a shame he's up there in Queensland. We can't have him more often. But we'll be up in Gympie before too long, and he'll be back in the band up there. So we're looking forward to that. That's
awesome. So you got the Gympie. Now, of course, next weekend we're pretty excited, because we'll get to catch up.
Kaylens Rain.
Next week at Broadbeach, which is only a couple of hours down the road for us. And a lot of South East Queensland will be heading to the Broadbeach Music Festival. Now, on Friday, you guys are doing a gig at the Envy Hotel from 5:30 to 7 p.m.
Yeah, we are.
And I sometimes I think it's great when we talk to artists about this and we tell them, and they go, "Oh, are we?" Yeah.
We're just hanging out. We're just saying, oh, I hope they actually mention the name of the place. That's right. Right, go on.
Yeah, so make sure you go there that's the Friday. Don't end up at the wrong place, because you're at the Ivy on the Friday.
The Envy.
Oh, the Envy.
Envy on the Friday. Envy of everybody they are. Saturday the 22nd this is a good gig, 3 till 6. The Alto Cucina and Bar on Saturday.
Yes.
And Sunday, says he, searching his little thing that he said he covered it. Yeah, there it is. I couldn't add my finger on it. At the shopping centre, the Oasis Shopping Centre, from 11 to 12:30 on the Sunday. So 3 big gigs.
3 big gigs, that's right. And you won't miss us. That's great. We're really looking forward to heading up to Broadbeach this year. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Now, the album is out and about.
Yeah, it is. It's been out for a while now. So as you say, we're onto our fourth single now. So it's definitely making inroads, hopefully, which we're really rapt about.
Now, if you'll have some of that merchandise with you on the weekend, on next weekend.
Definitely, yeah. We'll have the album there available, and we've got some T-shirts, some lovely T-shirts that we've got made up. They look really good. They're I like to say that they're in for the winter. They're the thing to wear for this winter.
That's the way.
Particularly on the sunny Gold Coast. You won't need any more than a singlet and thongs. Fantastic.
Right.
But, we always promote our listeners and encourage our listeners. If you've already got the album, that's fantastic. If you don't, go and get it. But if you do have that album, make sure you get along and support the artist by grabbing some merchandise. I mean, the merchandise is not that expensive, and it does help these guys. As you mentioned, you're on your fourth single. We want to see another album coming out soon. And talking about the fourth single off the album, how many more singles do you think you will actually release off the album before getting into a second one?
Another 7.
We'd love to release every song and give it as long a life as possible. But,
we're just really lucky to have such strong songs on this album that, any one of them could be released as a single. So, it's fun trying to pick the next one.
Brilliant. Well, we'll look forward to catching up with you next weekend. This is Kaylens Rain, ladies and gentlemen. This is Waiting on a Bus, and the story all behind it. And this is the first song they ever wrote, so this is great news.
Another one from the bottom of the drawer.
Thanks for your time, guys. We'll see you next weekend.
Yeah, look forward to it. Bye, guys.